This video is being brought to you by Cutting Edge Gamer. If you upgrade graphics cards often, Cutting Edge Gamer is the perfect option for you. Lease the newest graphics cards on the market, such as Nvidia's RTX 20 series, for a low monthly payment. Click the affiliate link below in the description to find out more. Skip it up and that up. Now, really quick before I start this video, and if you don't care, don't worry, I'll have a time code in the video that you could skip to and ignore all this. This is Wolfenstein 2, the new Colossus for the Nintendo Switch. They just came out with the 1.2 patch, which clears up the visuals a little bit. It's not 4K 60 like it would be on your PC, or the dynamic high resolution you'll get in your Xbox One X. But this is the same AAA game, although it's somewhat disappointing. I don't like this as much as I was hoping I would. It's not bad, but it's just not as good as I was expecting. But this is the same damn game you're playing on your high-end PC, or you're playing on your Xbox One X, or PS4 Pro, PS4, or Xbox One, blah, 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 and you're playing it on a tablet, and it's still a competent, decent experience. It blows my mind, man. Technology is crazy. It's amazing how far we came. If you want to pick this game up too, I'll have an affiliate link in the description if you want to buy this for the Nintendo Switch or the platform of your choosing. Anyway, on to the topic of this video. We are in an interesting era right now where you have old nostalgic IPs which tug at people's heartstrings, like Atari and Coleco and Intellivision, where you have companies and just people in general who purchase those intellectual properties knowing that there's a sense of nostalgia around them, and they slap those names that bring you that sense of nostalgia on basically a totally random product in hopes that you'll buy it just because of what name is on there. We saw that with the ill-fated Coleco Chameleon. How you doing, Mike? What's going on, buddy? How's life going for you? Probably not too good. Anyway, we're also seeing it with the hopefully upcoming Atari VCS, where it just has the Atari name slapped on it. It looks like an Atari 2600, but what it really is inside is an underpowered PC with an anemic AMD APU in there. So point being is beyond the name, maybe not with this Intellivision. I'm not completely turned off to it yet, but in general, like you see with the Atari VCS and definitely the Coleco Chameleon, it just seems like people are trying to make a quick buck off a name, and the product that they slap that name on really is nothing special. Well, anyway, Intellivision now is known as Intellivision Entertainment, and its president is Tommy Tallarico. He has been a composer for countless video games. He actually does the concert series called Video Games Live, which has been going on for over 16 years now, and a lot of you may know him as the co-host on Electric Playground. He used to do that show with Victor Lucas ages ago. Well, anyway, a couple days ago, Intellivision Entertainment uploaded a reveal trailer for their upcoming console, the Intellivision AMICO. Now, beyond honestly having an excellent trailer for this new Intellivision AMICO and really showing the market that they're trying to go after, not that I'm totally on board with it, I'll explain what I mean in a minute, they also showed that they had industry veterans behind this system who have been around for decades, and it's safe to say they know what they're doing. Here's a couple names, for example. Of course, once again, we have Tommy Tallarico, who is the CEO/president, and you see his accreditations right here. 30-year award-winning industry veteran, creator of Video Games Live, which I said before, Guinness World Record for most video games worked on in a lifetime. Some of the games he's worked on: Earthworm Jim, Metroid Prime, Tony Hawk Pro Skater, Guitar Hero, the list goes on and on. Intellivision Entertainment's marketer is Perrin Kaplan. She's been a 20-year industry veteran, VP of Marketing and Corporate Affairs for Nintendo. Again, a lot of these people are big league, man. Consoles she has launched are the Super Nintendo, Nintendo DS, you know, these obscure little systems you may not have heard of, Nintendo Wii, GameCube, and N64. Then we have Scott Sumara, who is Intellivision Entertainment's advisor and Japan liaison, and he has a hell of a history in the games industry too. He served as the president/CEO of Nintendo Software Technology, Kemco, Microprose, and Spectrum Holobyte. The games he has worked on that you may know are Wave Race 64, Pokemon, I think you heard of that one before, Ridge Racer, R-Type, Kung Fu Master, 10-yard fight, so on and so forth. The list is right there. So this guy is no joke either. And if you watch the trailer, which I'll have linked below in the description if you want to check it out, there are other heavyweight industry veterans they have on board for the Intellivision Amico. So this isn't just some fly-by-night, oh, look, we had a couple bucks, we bought the IP, we're going to just put out some random console and just hope people buy it due to the name. It seems like they are very serious about the Intellivision Amico, and I will give them that. I still have concerns about the system, which I'm going to discuss now, but if you were going to launch a reveal trailer for a throwback system like this is how it's done. Well, actually, let me take a step back first, and let's talk about this. This is from the press release for the Intellivision Amico. Its key features. The first bullet point they have is for the price. It's going to range from $149 US to $179 US. It's safe to say that's going to be different storage options they're going to have, since from what it sounds like, all of the games are going to be downloadable. There's going to be no cartridges, so you're going to need a decent amount of storage even for 2D only games. The North American and United Kingdom and European release date is October 10th, 2020. Wow, they really narrowed it down. They narrowed it down to the day, huh? When it comes to software, all games are family friendly and rated E for everyone, or E10 plus on the Intellivision Amico. Every game version on the console is exclusive, which is interesting. I'll talk about that later. Quality over quantity. All games must pass a strict quality control seal of approval. That's definitely a good thing. Balanced gameplay and design for equal opportunity gaming for all. Don't know how I feel about that. All games are downloadable in between $2.99 and $7.99 US. No costly DLC add-ons or in-app purchases. Launched to include several built-in reimagined Intellivision classics pre-installed in every console, and over 20 games including both reimagined industry classics and brand new exclusive titles via the Intellivision online store. Now the controllers, which is another interesting talking point I'll discuss later on. There's 2 wireless Bluetooth controllers, up to 8 player compatible and connectivity with a smartphone app, which I found very interesting. They're going to have a 3.5-inch 2x3 aspect ratio color touchscreen, pioneering tilting positional disc with surrounding interactive LED border, 4 arcade-style tactile feedback buttons, gyroscope and accelerometer, force feedback, controller to be used horizontally or vertically, including dominant left or right hand usage, which is smart, Qi wireless onboard charging, which I think is genius. They're going to have a speaker and a microphone, which, 2018, that's not a big deal. And like I said, the free downloadable app enables mobile phones as additional controllers up to 8 players to be used, which will be interesting to see how that works. Sounds excellent on paper, but I want to see it actually executed and see how reliable that is. Now, the hardware and technology behind the Intellivision Amico is fairly interesting. State-of-the-art 21st century 2D image processing and graphics capability, which I heard a rumor that it's actually more capable than either the PS4 and Xbox One at rendering 2D images. Not sure how that is, or if it's true, or how that works, but that's what I heard. It has Intellivision Prism onboard interactive lighting technology, which is like the light around the actual console changes colors. Wi-Fi and Bluetooth and Ethernet connectivity, which again, console 2018 is expected. HDMI video output, multiple USB ports, nothing special, and a system expansion interface. So I guess if you want to upgrade the system later on in the future, okay, that's interesting. We'll see how that works later on. Now, the online aspect of the Amico is fairly interesting, and Nintendo should take some notes. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge, Nintendo. The Intellivision online store for the ability to purchase additional software, multiplayer online gaming and structured multi-tier tournament play, time and space leaderboard system, which includes high scores by locations and calendar, and a trophy/achievement reward system, which awards unique accomplishments to each player. Oh, look, Nintendo, a startup company, basically, even though Intellivision's an old IP, let's still call it a startup company, is gonna have a trophy and achievement reward system for their online gaming. Oh, right out of the gate, it seems like that's going to happen too with the Intellivision Amico. Why can this startup do it, Nintendo, and you can't? Now another interesting thing that their press release says is they're going to have modernized, reimagined versions of classic games. Some that caught my eye are Toe Jam and Earl, Bad Dudes, and Caveman Ninja. I really want to see what they're going to do with those IPs. I have to admit, them saying they're remaking those games or reimagining those games for the Amico definitely wants me to throw my coins at this upcoming console. But it isn't all roses and cucumbers when it comes to the Intellivision Amico with me. I do have concerns, and let me talk to you about them now. Now, a lot of people seem to be singing the praises of the Intellivision Amico's pricing, which is from $149 US to $179. During Black Friday and when there's random sales sometimes at GameStop or Best Buy or Amazon, you could get an Xbox One S or a PS4 Slim for $199, and both of those systems have huge libraries of games. I understand the selling point they're trying to say about the Intellivision Amico is that all of the games are going to be exclusive, and the pricing, like I said, is okay. I just don't think it's a watershed price point like I've seen a lot of people in articles say when you have major competitors like Sony and Microsoft, that when their sales, they're not that much more expensive. Now, when it comes to the game philosophy for the Amico, I also have concerns as well. All the games need to be family friendly? Why? Why don't you just have some kind of parental controls like the Xbox One and PS4 have, that if a child plays the Amico, they can't have access to the mature games? I don't really know why you have to force developers to make only E for everyone games or E10 plus games for the Amico, and I think in the long run that could hurt the system. I do like the fact that the games will be exclusive for the Amico and you can't get them anywhere else. That's a selling point, but I also have concerns with the equal opportunity for all gaming. Does that mean that a lot of the games coming to the Amico are going to be really casual? Are we going to go back to the Wii era where you're trying to get grandma and grandpa to play games on the Amico? Now, as much as on paper I like the concept of the Amico only having exclusive game titles on there, that may be a tough sell to third-party developers, because they're going to think, hey, if I make a game for the Amico, I can't put it on any other system. It has to be exclusive to this console, which has a fairly small install base, whereas I could put the same game on the PS4 or PS5, because this system is coming out in fall of 2020, and that's right when next-gen systems are supposed to launch, at least around that time period. Developers are going to be like, I don't know, man. I'm just going to release it for the Switch or the PS4/5 or the Xbox One or whatever the next Xbox is called, and not bring it to the Amico. So I get what Intellivision Entertainment's trying to do, but it may bite them in the ass as well. And also, too, talking about game ratings again, developers may be turned off that they can only make E for everyone or E10 plus games for the system, and that may make them stay away as well. Now, the controllers, I like a lot of the tech they were talking about. Wireless Qi charging, the screen on there, the color touchscreen seems like it's going to be nice. All of that stuff is cool. Just the ergonomic design of the controllers. I understand they're trying to do the throwback thing to the Intellivision, but I just don't know how comfortable they're going to be. And with some of the games they're announcing, like Bad Dudes and Caveman Ninja, Toe Jam and Earl, you want a good standard controller with a D-pad that's very ergonomic, and those controllers don't seem like they're going to work. I'm also interested and concerned with how the app that you could use for your smartphone, and you could use your smartphone as a controller, is going to work with the system, because you have to either rely on Wi-Fi or possibly Bluetooth, and if you have 8 people playing on the Intellivision Amico, almost forgot the name there, how stable is that going to be? Is there going to be latency? If there is latency, how bad is the latency going to be? So they may work great. Maybe the app will be perfect and they'll nail latency and how games control if you're using the app on a smartphone, but I could also see how that could be disastrous. That's going to be a wait and see thing, but I do have concerns about people using their smartphones as a controller on a console. Now, I'm very curious to find out in more detail what they're doing with the 21st century 2D image processing and graphics capabilities. I heard that it's actually more capable, the Intellivision Amico, than the PS4 and Xbox One. And it'll be really interesting to see what they do with these games. I would love to see, hint, hint, nudge, nudge, Intellivision and Konami make this happen. A sequel maybe to Castlevania Symphony of the Night, be exclusive to the Intellivision Amico. Maybe work out some kind of deal where you throw Konami some money so they make it exclusive to the Amico, and then we could see it in beautiful 4K 2D graphics. So I wonder what that's going to be about. So the bottom line is this: Tommy and Intellivision Entertainment, your trailer and all the features you mentioned did sell me on your system. I'm going to buy an Intellivision Amico, but I do have reservations and concerns. I want to see the system be successful. Your launch trailer was excellent. Many other competitors should take notes. You explain what the system's about. You explain what its strengths are going to be and why you should buy it. I just want to see how the Intellivision Amico business model is executed and if it's successful. You got my money, but let's see if you get the vast majority of skeptical consumers' money and make this upcoming retro console fly off the shelves. This is Rich of Review Tech USA signing out. Have a good one. Hey, congratulations! If you made it to the end of the video, you should subscribe to Review Tech USA so you could hear me blabber on some more. Also, too, starting this month, I will be live streaming solely on Twitch. I'll have a link to my Twitch channel below in the description. And last but not least, make sure you click that like button. It helps out the show big time. See you guys in the next video.